to my channel. So today's video is going to be me going over all of the negativity that has been going on my decluttering video. Now, it's not a lot of negativity, I will put that out there. There's so much positivity there, but there has been some negative comments on there and I really want to address them. So we're going to do that, and then at the end of the video, I really want to go over my goals for you guys on, like, my goals for this channel, what I want it to be about, you know, but we'll get into that in a second. But I first want to go over the negativity that has been going on my decluttering video. Now, first of all, I hit over 7K on that video. That is insane, guys. The most I think I've ever hit was around 3 or 4K until recently, and then that one hit 7K. I think I hit 3K recently on my Anastasia Glow Kit video. I hit 3K on my backdrop video on my Beauty Vlogger 101 channel. Maybe it's at 4K now, but 7K is just absolutely insane. It's almost double what I've ever gotten on any other video. And I see why, because it's a decluttering. It's my first big cruelty-free video, you know, more than an announcement, like me actually going into all of my stuff. So I'm really excited. Thank you guys so much for, you know, viewing it, commenting on it. I really appreciate it. And I've also, you know, first and foremost, before we get into the negative stuff, I really want to say thank you so much for the support. Whether you're someone who is living a cruelty-free lifestyle or transitioning to a cruelty-free lifestyle, or if you're someone who's not, who doesn't believe in that, and who just wants to continue to buy from brands that are not cruelty-free, I really appreciate the support and the positivity. It really means a lot because, you know, everyone has their own opinions on things, but if we can just support each other, respect each other, I think that's just so important, and I really do appreciate that. I know I have so many great subscribers and followers, so I really appreciate you guys. So I want to put that out there first before I get into everything else, but because there was so much positivity that came from that video. But I do kind of want to go over the negative stuff, and the reason being is because I feel like there are certain comments that kind of kept coming up, and I kind of want to address it. And in a way defend myself, and also put it out there for other people to think, you know, I was trying to look at people's comments from, you know, try to sit in their shoes and kind of see where they are coming from. Because even if someone's saying something that's to me a little bit rude, no one said anything outright, you know, something that I felt like I needed to delete or anything. But there's some comments that are a little bit more negative that, you know, when you read them, you know, it's not exciting, but I try to think, I was a psychology major, that maybe this is where that's coming from. But I try to, like, be in their shoes and figure out where are they coming from, you know, what place are they coming from? Because, you know, maybe it's a positive place, or they're just trying to express their opinion because, you know, maybe some people have the same exact opinions, but they don't want to say it because they don't want to hurt my feelings, or they don't want to come across as rude. So there's definitely certain ways that you can say certain things. So I wanted to go over those comments with you guys, just so everyone can get an idea. I don't know, if you're transitioning to cruelty-free, I think this is something to think, these are things to think about, and then ultimately you're just going to have to do what you feel is best for you. So the thing is, the biggest thing is my decluttering video is the fact of what am I doing with my makeup that's not cruelty-free. That was a big thing that people wanted to comment on. You know, besides people were like, congratulations, I'm so proud of you, that's amazing. You know, besides that, there were some people who, you know, were like, there was, I think, 3 different things that were said or, like, could be said. The one thing that I thought was, like, I don't want to continue to use cruelty-free or brands that aren't cruelty-free anymore. Even if, you know, I already bought the product, you know, the damage is already done, the company has already gotten the money from it, you know, I don't want to continue to be using that. And there's a couple reasons for that. One, have you seen my makeup collection? My makeup collection is absolutely freaking insane, okay? I have over 250 products. My name is Beauty Addict next door, so my collection really, you know, goes along with that. So I've bought a lot of stuff over the years. I got a lot of stuff for Christmas, and unfortunately there's a huge chunk of it that is from brands that aren't cruelty-free. I had a lot for MAC because my parents, they actually live over in Hong Kong, so they don't have as easy access to stores that are in the US. So a lot of the time I'm just like, Mom, whenever you're putting in your Victoria's Secret order, pick me up something from Victoria's Secret, and then if you're in the mall, pick me up something from MAC. Just to make her life easy, and I'm like, oh, I could grow my MAC collection. But, you know, now I don't want to do that anymore. So unfortunately, you know, they're not cruelty-free, and that really sucks. but now I'm selling that stuff and I'm selling a bunch of other stuff. So I didn't want to be the one to use it. So, you know, so the first reason being that, you know, that's the route that I went, that I was going to use up all of my products and then kind of go cruelty-free. Or like, I don't know, I feel like I would never be officially cruelty-free. Like I could never claim to be cruelty-free because my makeup collection is going to last me like 3 lifetimes. There may be certain things that I would have to pick up, like foundation or brow wizzers or something, but there's so much crap that, I mean, it would last me a lifetime. I would never be able to go cruelty-free. And the other reason why I didn't want to continue using it is because I'm on YouTube telling you guys that I'm against these brands, and I feel like continuing to use products from those brands is hypocritical. Just in my opinion. If you're someone who's transitioned to cruelty-free and you want to use up your makeup, that's totally fine. I honestly feel like all of these options that I'm going to be talking about are acceptable because if you bought the product already, the damage is already done. So you got to do what you feel is right financially, emotionally, just your own opinion. So I get that. But for me, I would feel hypocritical coming on here talking about all these brands that are not cruelty-free and then continue to use them in my everyday life. Now the second thing is, you know, I'm trying to use products that I can talk to you guys about. And honestly, I don't wear makeup, that much makeup from day to day because I am so incredibly exhausted all the time and I don't film on the weekdays anymore. So what I've been doing is just kind of doing quick and easy makeup looks and just wearing that to work. And then on the weekends, whenever I film or if I have any special plans on the weekends, then I kind of get all dolled up and try out some products. So for me, it's actually pretty hard to try out products. You know, I feel like I'm getting so many products all the time. I'm trying to try out so many things that I really want to be focusing on the stuff that's from brands that are cruelty-free. I don't want to pay any attention to the ones that aren't cruelty-free. So you know what I'm saying? So especially with the makeup. Now there's some other stuff I'm going to get to later in this video, but all of that makeup, like, come on, I can't use all of that up, and it's gonna last forever. So that's just my opinion, and that is why I don't want to be using up the products. Because, you know, some people have said, well, why don't you use the products up? You know, the damage is already done. If you just, you know, someone had mentioned, you know, oh, if you throw it away, then, you know, the animal suffered for nothing. So that's like another thing. It's like, okay, my next option, if I didn't want to use it, would be to throw it away. But I'm not doing that because I feel like all that is just such a large amount of product. That is just so wasteful. One, because the animal did suffer already for you to have that, for me to have that. And then 2, I'm just like, I don't like waste. Like, I hate waste. I try to eat all the leftovers of food. I try to use things like even if I buy products that are cruelty-free and I don't like them as much, I'm going to try to use them up because I just hate waste. So to just throw it out all in the trash can is just silly to me. So, you know, 2 options. Use it, don't want to do that. Throw it away, absolutely not. Okay, so my option that I chose was to sell it. Now, some people had commented saying, you know, like, oh, if you sell it, then you are promoting cruelty-free or brands that aren't cruelty-free, and you're just continuing the cycle. Pretty much saying that by selling MAC, I'm promoting MAC. And I get where they're coming from a little bit. Like, I get that. But the thing is, the money already went to MAC. If I got money from somebody else for it, that's not adding to like MAC's not getting any more money out of that. It's just kind of like me getting a return, like me returning the product to somebody else, and they use it up. So for me, that selling was a great option because the product wouldn't be wasted, it would be used, but it would be used by someone else who actually wants to use it. I don't want to use these products. So I thought that selling was a great way to, you know, do that. But when it comes to selling is I didn't feel comfortable making money off of these products. So I didn't want to sell it, get all the money back, and then like, oh, I like have like a payday, because I feel like I'd be getting like a payday off of animal cruelty. And that's just my opinion. If you guys want to sell it and keep the money, that's totally fine. Especially if you're trying to restock your collection, you're already like in the hole. Like, I totally get that. I respect it. I don't judge you at all. You know, that's fine. But for me, I just didn't feel comfortable with that. You know, so I came up with the idea. I'm like, well, how about I give the money back to the animals? So I came up with the idea to give 100% of the proceeds that I make off of that makeup that I'm selling to go to the Animal Rescue League. So, you know, when people are saying, you know, it's just continuing the cycle, I'm like, well, the thing is, this is my best option. My best option for me to not have to use the products, for me to make sure that the products aren't wasted, and for me to be able to give back to the animals is this. It is to sell it to someone else who can use it and then get their money and then give it to animals. So essentially, people are getting products in exchange for donating to an animal shelter. So that is just my opinion on that. So, because there's definitely some comments, and I'm going to read them. If you, like, comment on my video, I may read your stuff. So just, if you don't want me to read it in a video, like, don't write it. Let's see. Okay, so this one was great. This one I thought was rude. They could have said, there's going to be someone else that I'm going to talk about that I think came at me nicely. There's a way to express your opinion in a nice way where you say what you think, even if you think that, you know, I'm wrong in a certain way or I'm being disrespectful. I don't know. There's a way to approach someone. This is not a way to approach someone. So the Legan Violet, they said, I think it's useless, this video. I mean, you already spent the money, use the product, and don't buy it again. And if you give the items away, you're promoting still use those brands, ... but by someone else. So I don't like that they called my video useless, but I see where they're coming from about selling it. It's not completely out of left field. I get it. So then I responded. I said, I see where you're coming from. However, I do not find this video useless. Yes, other people are going to be using the products, but those people are people who are going to use those products that are cruelty-free, not cruelty-free anyways. It makes more sense for those people to use the products than me, who is making a transition to cruelty-free. And also, what makes this video especially useful is the fact that 100% of the proceeds are going to the Animal Rescue League. That money will make a huge difference to the animals who are benefiting from that money to get a comfortable place to live, food, medicine, etc. So pretty much I'm saying it's useful because I'm going to be donating the money to animals who are going to be cared for. So I can understand if you have this opinion, but to say the video is useless, I think is rude, and I think that, you know, you obviously didn't watch the whole video, because if you could say that animals, you know, donating to animal shelters and animals getting cared for is useless, then there's something, then why are you getting so opinionated about this when you think that that is useless? That's just my thoughts. And then here's someone else who kind of, I think they were coming from a good place. This is Shannon Kayer. She said, I'm just curious as to how it helps to get rid of products you already purchased, whether selling them or tossing them. The damage was already done, ... Why not say thank you to the animal and finish using the product? Stop purchasing from the brands you don't like, but appreciate the things you already have. I'm just curious about the thought process. So she was trying to see where I was coming from on that, I think. But someone else responded before I got a chance to respond, and this is Fatsamax. We think her train of thought is along the lines of not promoting non-cruelty-free products on her channel. So if she were to keep them and show them in her videos, then she will be supporting and promoting brands she no longer believes in. Which I thought was a great response. I had my own response, but I thought that was really nice, and yeah, like, I don't want to be promoting things that I don't believe in anymore. I came back and I said, hey Shannon, I agree. The damage is already done. That is why I'm selling the products, so they can be used. I'd rather someone else use them who is going to buy from brands that are cruelty-free or not cruelty-free anyways than me, who is making the transition to cruelty-free. I would never be fully cruelty-free if I kept and used up all the items that I have. I think I wrote more, but I forgot to screenshot the more part. But that's okay. You guys kind of get the picture. I pretty much said, you know, like I already talked about, and I'm not going to go over it again and bore you to death. But I just wanted to share some of these comments. This one was the one that was weird, and I don't know how to respond. This is from Gracie Barbara, This is such a waste, LOL. Congratulations, you played yourself, giving away ya expensive ass makeup all for a few mistreated chickens. ... Okay, first of all, what the fuck? And second of all, chickens? I don't understand why that person thought chickens first. Like, why wouldn't you think to say rabbits and animals? But either way, you're saying that the expensive makeup is more important than the animals? Who goes onto a cruelty-free video and says that? It's one thing if you think that. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. If they think that that keeping their MAC stuff is more important than animals, then, you know, do you. But to write it on a cruelty-free video on something that's super positive, I'm like, what are you thinking? And then you obviously don't know as much about that kind of stuff because you mentioned chickens. I mean, there are things about, like, as far as, like, how... I'm not even going to get into that. But in this case, we're talking about makeup here, okay? So then someone else wrote back, Maya Jade Fox. Actually, makeup is tested on dogs, mostly puppies and baby rabbits. Enjoy, ... And then 5 people like that. I don't know. I don't know. All right, and then I have one more comment, and this is from someone who I think definitely approached me from a good place. You know, the one girl was trying to get my thought process. This girl was trying to tell me her opinion, but she was, you know, very nice about it. This is from Jennifer Walker. She said, I love what you're doing. You are awesome. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. She says, NARS, NYX, and Urban Decay, L'Oreal, are owned by a company that tortures animals. Oh, I just heard that you say that you know that. Well, baby steps, right? Another thought. You're taking the products that test on animals and selling them. The more I think about it, it seems that you're doing what they did, sold a product tested on animals. Maybe you should just trash them. That is where they belong, right? Blood makeup belongs in the trash, not resold. Even though you have the kindest heart and the animals in mind. So I told Jennifer, I was like, thanks, Jennifer. I see where you're coming from. The only thing is that in this case, when I'm selling it, 100% of the proceeds are going to go to the Animal Rescue League. That money will not go to the animals if I just toss the entire collection in the trash. So she said, good point. Thanks for caring about the animals. You're awesome. Not everyone cares, you know, about animals. So I wanted to share those comments with you guys so you guys can see people's opinions, because not everyone's going to have my opinion, and these are things that might come up if you are someone who's making a cruelty-free transition. Whether you have a YouTube channel or not, you may run into someone who's going to give you a certain opinion about something. And also, you've really got to be careful on how you speak too, because you could easily offend people. So when you're doing your research, also try to think about, like, you know, how you say things, or you know, if you're talking to someone new and they hear about your transition, just be like, I'm learning, you know, baby steps, so, you know, bear with me, because people, you know, need to understand that it's a huge transition, you know, and it is. And I'm going to say that, guys, like, it really is a huge transition, especially if you have a lot of crap like I do. I have so much stuff. So it is a huge transition. So I think people need to keep that in mind when they make the transition. But at the same time, I feel like it's completely worth it. Every second is worth it, because I don't want to support something I don't believe in. And, you know, once I get through the transition, then I'll be fine. You know, it's just kind of a matter of, okay, now I got to sell all these products, use up certain products, give products to certain friends, like, whatever. You know, you get through that part, and then you know, make it. And a lot of people do things differently. They use up all their products. Some people have YouTube channels where they use up the products and they talk about in their videos, and they show, like, when they hit pan, or once they've, you know, went through a batch of stuff and how they're done with it, and how, you know, their journey and how close they are to finishing up that makeup. I mean, you know, so everyone has their own approach. So I think my main thing is I want everyone to respect everyone. Whether you are someone who's transitioning to cruelty-free and you're selling your makeup, you're giving away your makeup, you're going to use up your makeup. If you're someone who's not going cruelty-free, and you want to continue, and you want to use products from MAC, from Maybelline, like, I feel like we all need to respect each other, and not say negative things, like go on people's, you know, accounts or tell them in person and be rude to them. Don't do that. Definitely feel free to speak your opinion. I don't want to silence anybody. Just make sure you're doing it in a nice way, and you're not being rude about it. That's my only thing. Constructive criticism is great. Expressing your opinion is great. Just be respectful of those people that you're talking to. Alright, so this video is getting long, so I think I'm going to do another video where I go over my goals for this channel and then some other updates with you guys because I don't want this to be super long, but I really wanted to focus on the fact that, you know, that there are different opinions out there, that we all need to be respectful and understanding, and also to kind of think about what other people may be thinking because everyone has different opinions and you kind of want to think about that ahead of time and see like how you would react to that. And maybe, who knows, maybe something that someone says that's against what you think originally, you might be like, you know what, I kind of agree with what they say, now I'm going to handle it this way. So just the main thing is respect. I want everyone to respect each other, and I love you guys so much. So actually, before I leave you guys, I want to read I want to end on a positive note, and I want to read a lot of the positive comments. So let's do that first. Okay, but before we get into those comments, I just looked at my subscriber count, and I'm at 1,100. Thank you guys so much. Oh my gosh, you're making my life. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm at 7,528 views on the Declutter video. So thank you guys for, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for viewing everything, commenting, you know, just being there for me. I really genuinely appreciate it. I don't know why I'm like feeling like I'm going to tear up. it's a dream. I'm having so much fun, and I'm really excited to see how this channel grows. So I hope you guys stick around, hang out with me, and I don't know. But let's get into the positive comments. So I'm not going to read every single one, but I wanted to like kind of randomly pick the ones that come up first. So sorry if you heard one, it's a comment at the bottom. Flowers in her hair, she said, "You are so stinking awesome." You are too, girl. This person said a funny comment. She said, this is from Maria Nicole. She said, "My favorite part of this video is when you just start saying Mac bad and you can hear the individual eyeshadows each being thrown into the box." Yeah, Mac bad. Nick's good. I did do that. This is a really nice comment from Bethany Root. She said, "I absolutely love what you're doing, and I love that the money you are getting back is going to the animals. You have inspired me to stop buying from those companies that do tests on animals. Thank you for a great video," smiley face. You're welcome, girl, and I'm so excited that my video inspired you to stop buying from those brands, because I'll get into that in my goals video, but let's continue. I want to do a couple more positive comments. Diana Lee Ann, she's also a YouTuber. She said, "Wow, I loved watching this. Such a great thing to do, heart." So thanks, girl. I'm glad you think so. And then someone wrote, this is a little goo of your girl, I think Y girl with a U, 79. I will like probably insert the picture so you guys can see. They said, "I was interested in going cruelty-free and found your video. I can honestly say that this journey is confusing and kind of shocking to hear what isn't cruelty-free. Definitely an eye-opener and good for you." So thank you. I appreciate that so much. And it is shocking. Particularly at the drugstore. There's so many drugstore brands that are not cruelty-free. Summer Beauties wrote, "Love watching these. You are a good person." So thank you. I'm so glad that you think so. I'm actually going to end on this comment. Keith Stevens, she wrote something to me. And this was at a point in the day where I was just so stressed out about the transition because there was a lot to do. There was a lot of research-wise, dealing with all of my stuff and what I would need to buy, and just like really wanting to make sure that I would do a good job and not screw anything up and, you know, sound like an idiot or tell you guys things. So I was just getting really stressed out about it. But she wrote, and now I want to tell you this, Kate, I want to say thank you so much for this comment because I honestly, it made me feel so much better and so much less stressed. So thank you. She said, "Okay, A, your cat is freaking adorable. Thank you. B, this is intense. I am very proud of you for following through with your product purge. I would get halfway through and probably have a nervous breakdown. Good job, girl, XO." And thank you, because it took me all day long to film that video. Like, that video I think was almost like 40 minutes long, but actually like doing it, it was like a couple hours longer than that because, you know, you're trying to film everything. I had to recharge the camera. I had to organize stuff. You know, I didn't want to have you guys sitting there while I'm organizing every little thing. So I would stop the camera from rolling and then do a bunch of stuff, organize it, and then go over it with you guys. So it was a lot. And that was just on my makeup and like my nail polish. Like, there's so much more to do. So yeah, that comment really helped me out. Kate said thank you. And just everyone else's positive comments. Thank you so, so much. But yeah, so stay tuned. I'm going to do an update video where I go over my goals for this channel, as well as just kind of some other random updates that I want to include for you guys. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please make sure to hit that subscribe button below. Like this video if you've liked it, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!